Okay. So as I was saying, there's 100 people in here at the moment. If you all double tap that screen, give a thumbs up, you might be able to get a few more in to enjoy this journey. How is everyone? You all good? I'm brilliant. Sound went out. The sound should be good now. You should be able to hear me. I'm cycling down to Ascot. I've been on the road for, well, since I left London a couple of weeks ago. But I had 10 days up in Epping Forest, where I filmed a few videos for my channel. I'm on to 4 videos in total for my channel up there. There's a 2-parter, which is the Epping Forest one, and then there's 2 other ones as well. And I'm just off on another adventure. This is like the 4th day. New Zealand. Hey, Joss. Sure is, man. Cycling is far better. Yeah, they're the mammals, aren't they? I can hear you loud and clear. Nice one. Cheers, Jeanette. Right, I'm going to flip you back around and I'm going to get back into it. There's only 14 thumbs up and there's 100 people in the chat. Do your job, folks. I'm gonna go again. No, I'm not going to sing. Here it is. One of the I know when you cycle, you get, well, I do anyway, I get a runny nose. I think it's the fresh air and the deep breathing must open up all your mucus pores on the inside and you leak. I leak. I need to snot it out on occasion. Now, I've made a bit of a boo because my map is on this phone I've got live on. I'm wondering if I can just quickly switch screens to see it. We are great. Tell you what, it's a beautiful autumn afternoon, or morning, probably still morning, isn't it? I've seen a lot of abandoned houses down this way, and businesses that are boarded up. Oh, and I see a big hill up ahead. Excuse me a moment, you're just going to go offline for a moment whilst I sort out this cable. Crazy man, what are you doing? I don't think there's a lot of people that know you're supposed to give cyclists 1.5 meters when they pass you. I don't think that's size when they changed the law on that. Changed it from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. But some of them, I tell you, I've been riding a long while, and it's not often that I get the old jump scare. But it happened the other day. I tell you what, it was so close. It really was. It put the shits up me, it did. Okay, I think I got that sorted there. So now I've got the mic facing there. That should be good. Okay, we're off again. 20 thumbs up, people. You need to double tap. Metre and a half, fella. Do it. Beautiful woodland there. You know, you don't get many travelling hours in the autumn and winter time. So I've got to start looking for a place to set up camp at about 3 o'clock. Or start seriously looking for a place at about 3. It's dark by 5. Whoa. After cycling around London for a number of years, I think I've lost my hill climbing skill because there's no hills in London. Plus I'm carrying a fair weight as well. Well, mate. Hey, what I might do, I might stop over here somewhere and maybe show you my bike setup that I've got and answer a few questions if there is any. I'll find a nice place to pull over. What I could do is an empty car park somewhere. I could do with a brew. I could put the brew on. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, 1.5 meters, you fool. What's wrong with you? Bloody hell. Honestly, some folk have a good mind to tie on a piece of wood at the back of my bike that sticks out 1.5 meters. I've done that before when I've been travelling the big roads. That forces them into giving you that 1.5 meters then. Hey! 179 people in the chat watching this. Welcome all and everyone. I'm just looking for a place to pull up somewhere nice. Here we go. What's in here? Let's have a look. Closed business for the day. Here we go. This might work. Oh, maybe not. No. I don't think I'm going to fit through there. Oh yeah, just. Hoi. Back on the road. It wasn't a very good move. Breathe in. I'm just going to check the map. Give me a moment. I'm not on the wrong side. I think it's just flipped around, that's all. I'm just going to check when I'm back. 189 folk. You all need to tap the screen, yeah, because we've only got 33 thumbs up on this at the moment. I normally have a couple of moderators too that nip in on my lives, but they seem to be a bit scarce today. I don't know why. So I hope you're keeping your language quite appropriate and your comments. Another hill. Okay. I can do this. I've had porridge for breakfast. Whoa. Yeah, I reckon in another couple of decades, probably maybe not even that long, a lot of these outlying villages will be deserted, especially for the work. I mean, we know businesses here. Oh, this is a slow pull up the hill. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I spy a Costa. Come on, legs. Use that porridge up. Oh yeah. Okay, find a quiet corner of this car park and put the brew on, I think. Cup of tea time. Woohoo! Right, how is everyone? Are you all well? I want to put a brew on because I'm gagging for a cup of tea. I'll show you my bike first. I put a little addition on it yesterday. These here, these blue things, I think it's a boat fender or some sort of pneumatic pipe seal that gets blown up to seal the internals of a pipe so you can pressure test it. So I chopped it in half, cable tied it to my forks on both sides, and I'm using an inner tube now from here going around, and that's got one of my tarps in it and my sleep jacket. The other side, here I've got the other half of the fender pipe seal, and I've got my, that's a 4 metre by 4 metre DD tarp in there. If prior to that, I had all the weight was sitting really high on the bike, like really high up on the bike, and it was just doing my head in because it was very top heavy, very sort of ungangly to control. And I also found these two pannier racks here on the back, which I'm going to have to move because the back of my heel keeps catching this here as I sort of pedal around. So I'm going to have to move those. I'm not sure. I've got them as far back as I can get them, but I think it's just maybe the wrong pannier rack for the bike. It needs to go back further. And that booth up here, that's got my food in it as well, and me cooking stuff. So I'm pretty much self-sufficient with that. That's my bedroll. So that's a ground tarp. All that unrolls, and when that's unrolled, I've got the ground tarp that keeps all the shit out of my bedding. And then I've got a inflatable mat. Well, I'll put this down first. The thermal mat goes down first, and I unroll that on top of it. Then there's a thermal mat, not a thermal mat, sorry, an inflatable mat, sleeping bag and a bivvy bag and a couple of pillows. And I've got some, I've got a broom handle in there that splits into three. It's like a hollow metal broom handle that splits into three that I use as a pole if I want to do a enclosed tarp with my tarps I've got there. So I've got lots of options when it comes to having a closed-in sleeping area. It's all right. I've been doing this for, well, I've been homeless for 3 years now. This is my third winter. 2 years of involuntary homeless, I suppose, but the third year now, I've just thought, bugger it, you know, embrace it. Why not? Embrace it and thrive in it, which is exactly what I do. So I'm just going to get my gas stove out. Just bear with me a moment. And I'm going to put a brew on the go. I don't remember what side it's in, actually. I think it's this side. It's unlike me to remember where I put something. Yeah. Looking up in the world. I'll get back to that in a moment. Just bear with me. Look at that, making the tea. Just like that. Kiwis are Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh. Yes, they were actually, weren't they? All right, let's see what we've got going on here. How often do I take a bath shower? Whenever I'm able to, really. That's one thing I don't carry is a bath or a shower. I've been known to use a cheeky hose pipe in some builder's yard before, when needed. That always does the job, but it's not really the time of year to do that at the moment. Yeah, they were decathlon bags, mate. But they were, I bought them in a charity shop for 25 quid, 2 of them. Hey, Simon, you alright? It's Yorkshire tea, mate. Of course, Yorkshire tea all the way. Oh, there's 251 folk. Bloody hell. What's going on with that? Well, not really. I tend not to smell, so who was that said that? Jim. Yeah. No, I do smell on occasion, but it's not all bad, is it? Really? I've got to move my mic so I can see the screen. Why am I homeless? Yes, I'm homeless because I'm single. Even if I had a half decent job when I was living in London, it wouldn't be enough for accommodation and food. And I always put food as more important than a roof over my head. That's why. Brew time. All right, Joel, where are you from? Joel Ford. I'm guessing Scandinavia somewhere. Is that correct? Anonymous. Yes, there are some that do want to be homeless. There are some, but then there's others that don't. You know, it's the same as everything in life. There's those that do and those that don't. In every walk of life. Sasa L. Are you Catholic or Protestant? I'm neither. I'm neither. But Jesus does reside in my heart. If that answers your question. What else have I missed here? Let me go back a bit. Cloudface, I'm heading sort of southwest at the moment. I'm around Ascot area. There's a couple of nice forests around here, which I'm going to kip in for tonight. Not sure which one yet, and I definitely won't let live chat know where I'm sleeping either. Thank you, Anon. That would be appreciated, dude. The link is in the description, by the way. Oh, we've just dropped to 153 folk. We just lost 100. Obviously, the stationary live is not as popular as the cycling on the road live, eh? I shall be back on the road very shortly. Did you get the notification today, Simon? That there was a live going on or not? I am happy, Janet. I've nothing to be sad about. Fair play, Simon. Yeah, I'm not sure why the notifications don't go out. I've discovered a few other things as well about my channel, which are a little concerning to say the least, which I shall talk to you about when I see you. Oh, there we go. This is how you make a proper cup of tea, yeah? You just got to keep it rolling until those bubbles disappear. So I've got the tea bag in there. It's just come up to the boil. You just got to keep fine-tuning your gas knob down the bottom until it's bubbled all the crap out the water. Here we go. Let's get in there. Yeah, look, cheese going down, down. Nearly got rid of the suds. Oh, look at that. God's nectar. The amber gold. Oh, yes. And there we go. That's how you make a proper cup of tea, eh? That's going to be so nice. Instant brew. It's all in the pour. So you trap the bag on the side. That way it don't get in the way. What did I miss? I've no plans to come back to Kiwi Land, tourists. Ether Elephant, how dare you? Oh no, have I made tea the wrong way, Ether? Pam, I don't have a job. I do not get the benefit, but I've recently got monetized off YouTube. So YouTube is my only income. I basically just let YouTube put adverts in the middle of my content that I make. Doesn't give me a lot, you know, but it's enough to survive on. I'm not going to be able to retire on it, but you know, like I say, it's not. It gives me. It depends how well the videos. I tell you what would really help is whenever anybody watches any content with anyone, the algorithm it's a very fickle thing, yeah. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I could turn off all the donation stuff. I could turn off like the buy me a coffee and the super chat and the super thanks. I turn all that off and just rely on, say, the advert money that comes in from YouTube. But to do that, everybody that watches would have to hit the like button, chuck on just a random comment. Subscriptions and notification bells don't really mean a lot to the scheme of things. That doesn't give you any more advert money, whether you subscribe. You could have 0 subscribers. You could have the minimum subscribers to get monetized, but it's your watch time and your click-through rate, how people engage with your video. So if everybody chucked a thumbs up on it and shared the video and chucked on a comment, that will tell the algorithm that, hey, it's worth watching this. We're going to give this to more people. And then YouTube would charge the business more for putting an advert in that video, and then it trickle down to myself. I'd get a cut. I'd get a bigger cut of the advert money. But there's probably only about 10% of people that like the videos that watch them. It's a bit of a shame, is that, because there's so much missed opportunity there. Yeah, watch the content, hit the thumbs up, and comment. Sasa, I've answered this already. You asked me if I was Catholic or Protestant. I said neither, but I've got Jesus in my heart, yeah? I'm a spiritual, I'm not religious. If you know the difference with that, you're doing well. Yeah, I know. That's it, Joss. It's the ratio of watchers to people actually engaging in it. Thing is, it counts as one watch if somebody just watches like the first few seconds. That counts as one watch. But then there's another thing in the analytics that people that make them have got access to, and it's called engaged views. And it's those engaged views. There's no cut and thrust explanation as to how it all works out. Michael Silver, welcome. Good to see you again, dude. Yeah, it's the algorithm. It's a very complicated thing, and I've only just started to get my head around it. It's yeah, but if you can get people that watch the content for, if you can get your average up to 50% watch time, you're doing really well. You're doing really well. Normally I was around about 30%, but then you obviously need the thumbs up. like at the moment, there's 152 people in this chat, yeah, on this live, and there's only 60 thumbs up. Now, some of that 60 is from people that have been here for the past 40 minutes or however long it's been on and left. So if all 152 people in here at the moment double tap that screen to give it a thumbs up, or however it works, I'm not sure how you do it your side, then it would push this out to more people. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it would push it out to more people. And then when this live gets saved at the end, that will determine what the advertisers pay per slot, if that makes sense. So I hope that answers your question. So no, I do not work. I do work in a way, but not a lot. No, I think you double tap the screen, Michael. Try double tapping the screen. I think that does something. You do get paid for lives, Churus. You do after the fact, yeah. So when it's processed and uploaded, then people have got the option to watch the live, and they'll put adverts in that. That's how you get that. You don't get as much because I don't think the lives are as exciting as like content. Oh, so it is double tap the screen, yeah? Nice one. Sasa, thank you. So yeah, you understand what I'm saying, yeah? Yeah, I think that's just the count at the top. I don't think that actually, to like the live, you've got to double tap the screen, I think. I'm not sure. How does that work, Simon? Yeah, don't even get me started on the money donations, though, that you get through YouTube. That's a right con, is that. Just to give you an example, on the they should really not allow people to donate through YouTube, because for every pound that's donated, if somebody here now was to donate £1, I would end up seeing about 35p of that at the end. That's because there's people take a bite at both ends, yeah? No, it's more than 30%, man. That's what YouTube take. But if you pay with an iPhone or an Apple, and you've got to use Apple Pay, Apple take 30%, for YouTube take the 30%. Yeah, it's mental. It really is. Yeah, you see, I don't see this ND at your. I don't see what you guys see. I've got a different screen here. Yeah, Ether. It's mad, isn't it? I'm assuming that's what the WTF is. The only reason I know this is because I did a bit of digging. There was a Kiwi fella that jumped on my live when I was in Epping Forest, and he donated 500 New Zealand dollars through the chat, which was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, totally blown away with that. And about a week later, I went to see if it was on my analytics, and I couldn't find it. But I was mistaken. It was there, but because he paid with he had a Apple phone, and he paid with his iPay or Apple Pay, then Apple took 30% before YouTube took their 30%, and I think I ended up, and then there was the exchange rate and fees and things like that all going on there. And at the end of the day, it landed in my account as £101. No, not even, yeah, £101 is what that 500 New Zealand dollars was taken down to. And I don't think you guys realise how much the fees are for the donations that you do, and that is just crazy to me. That's why I'm just going to turn all the donation options off on YouTube and stick with either maybe do some exclusive content on Patreon or something like that. I've got to buy me a coffee at the moment. It is disgraceful, man. I mean, this is why I'm pushing now in my videos. I'm saying about giving the video a thumbs up, and chuck a comment on, and the subscription, the bell. The only bonus with the subscription and the bell notification is it lets people know when I upload a video, so they can then jump on, and you get the regular core viewers then, which that does help some way towards pushing it out a bit more. And it'd be really good as well if a lot of the creators in the same sort of niche with a similar sort of following, similar number of supporters could all sort of get together and support each other, you know, and we can always help share each other's content, which is what I'm trying to do at the moment with a few of the smaller creators that I follow. You are donating to Google, man, you're right. It's crazy, you know, when you think, I mean, I did my, I'm going to be totally open with you, totally honest, yeah. For the month of October, I received via super thanks and super chat. It was only super thanks and super chat, which is like one, you donate via comments of the video I've uploaded, and another one is you donate via live as well. For the month of October, I received, no, I didn't receive, but what was donated was £458 in total. That's once I'd done a rough conversion for currency and things like that. That's what it came in at. On my statement I got from YouTube when the invoice came through and the payment landed in my bank, that £458 ended up with all the fees and chunks taken out here and there at £140. That's what got me a bit on the high horse about these donations going through YouTube and stuff. It seems a bit off to that. Anyway, cheers guys, cup of tea. I just think it's not that clear either. It's not that well explained. You know, like I'm sure that if you had a bit of a pop-up before you hit that send button for that pound that you send, saying, oh look, this pound that you send, the creator's only going to end up with 45p or 40p or 30p or something, it would probably make you think twice about doing it, wouldn't it? Yeah, the YouTube, what was that about YouTube memberships? Yeah, I'm in two minds about the YouTube membership because I had mine set at 99p, just one level. And I think 99p is bugger all, yeah? And I just think it shows a bit of camaraderie to the channel. And you get that, you do build that camaraderie between the other supporters of the same channel as well. So I'm actually thinking of reinstating the YouTube membership for that purpose, just to create a bit of community. And that's the lowest I can set it at as well, is 99p. And then obviously offer something else a bit better on Patreon or something like that, possibly. I'm all right, Newman, man. I'm all right. I'm not your uncle, but I think I know the sentiment. I wasn't, Ricky. I've just opened up your comment because it got held for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I never have been. There is PayPal in my bio, sure is. Elizabeth, how did you become a moderator? Have I made you a moderator, did I? Must have done it on another live. Anyway, welcome. NB, greetings from the Netherlands. Jeff, yes, Patreon is coming in the not too distant future. I have a person that is willing to run the Patreon side of things with me, I think. We've just got to sit down and nut it out, which we'll be doing very shortly. Yeah, there's a couple of options. Ball striker in my bio there. I grew up, Churs, in West Auckland, North Island, West Auckland, deep bush, Titirangi, Whoripu. Spent many a summers up Coromandel, Bay of Islands specifically. Beautiful place. Loved it. No, I do not claim benefits. No, the government can go and do one. I don't want anything to do with the government. They shaft the populace of England left, and centre, and I just don't agree with anything they do. Hey, there's a cup of tea's going down a treat. Is it only 11:38? You joking? Yeah. Three. There's tea. Nice one. Dunedin, Christchurch. Backdoor Cowboy. That's a very intriguing username you got there, dude. DEP, how do I make money besides YouTube? I don't. I've put all my eggs in one basket. I did have a job, part-time job, up until probably about a month ago. And I was just putting together a street kitchen for this Italian fella in London. But it kept me tied to London, yeah? And then when I found out what YouTube were going to give me for letting them put adverts in my videos, it was about the same as what I made from the part-time job. It's about 150 a week. And I thought, you know, there's no point in me staying in London now. I can give this job away. So I gave it to this other homeless fella that needed some money because I was getting cash in hand for that. So he's now doing that full-time, 5 days a week. And I'm just living off my YouTube savings. Well, savings, income, I should say. But it's very up and down. You know, very up and down. Some months, first month was, you know, X amount. I've only got one payment off them so far. I'll get another one in another week or so, I think. And then there's the buy me a coffee donations as well, where people have very graciously handed me a few quid here and there. Oh, go away. What have I done? Yeah, I would be unable to save at the moment either with what YouTube are doing. I don't see why YouTube would demonetize me though. I keep my content pretty on point, yeah. It is monthly, Joss. It is monthly, yeah. The log hoppers have jumped in. All right, guys. Slow down this time of year, work-wise, eh? I don't work, fellas. YouTube's my income now. Well, you know, it's about the same as what I was getting off my part-time job that I had in London, lo-fi. And I was working 12 hours a week in London, 3 days at 3 hours a day. 4 hours a day it was. 12 hours a week. No, I gave it away, guys. I gave it away. It was keeping me tied in one spot, yeah, in London. So I gave it to this other fella that needed it. It is a job, man. You're right. It is a job. I'm always thinking about what the next video is going to be. Keeping my bike going is a full-time job as well at the moment. Cloudface, don't compute that comment. If I'm ever in Northern Ireland, man, I will hold you to that hot meal. As long as it's not potatoes, eh? Ah, well spotted, Shazan. Yes, finger tats, yeah. They're not rooms. I'll tell you that. They're not rooms. No, it's not electric. It's a full-on. I'll show you. For those of you that didn't see it before, when I did the little tour. So I've just put, this is a new addition. So this is like a boat fender that I've cut in half. And I've got my tarp and my sleep jacket in that one, and I've got another tarp in the other one there. So that just takes a bit of weight a bit lighter. That's my bedroll on the front, which has got thermal mat, which I put down first. That unrolls on top. And in that, I've got a little inflatable mat and a sleeping bag and a bivy bag. And the ground type stops all the shit from getting stuck to it. Tarps I can put up if the weather's looking dodgy, or just for a bit of shelter from the wind. A couple of little pannier bags on the back, which I just picked up from a charity shop, just to get some more weight that I had in my bag there. I've took out and put into here, just so it's a bit easier to travel, you know, losing the weight off your back. And this is my kitchen. That's my food bag. Don't really know if I need this, actually, to be fair. I'm thinking about dumping that basket. I don't really need it. Not one that big anyway. It's a bit gangly sometimes. What's Landon just done? What's this I missed? SGD. Landon, what is it? SGD? And a cake. Super on a live stream. Cheers, Landon. It's a standard but spelt wrong. What have I missed here? Ah, Singapore dollars. There you go. Singapore. Right, I'm going to pack up here and I'm going to get back on the road. What time have we got? It's about 12 o'clock, isn't it now? Yeah, it is. Nearly 12. Yeah, that's a good view, isn't it? What's this other little colourful thing we got going on down here? Paul Grindle. Dude, thank you. Try to place that cup of tea. No matter how much I tend to take out my bag, it never seems to get any lighter. I'm like a stationary stone. I keep gathering moss that weighs a bit. Right, where are we at? Ooh. Okay. Flipping you around. On the road again. Rough. I should really look at my map to see where I am, but I don't know if I can be bothered at the moment. Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, it's another slow climb. Beautiful. I'll have to check the map. I have direction on my mind. Sorted. I think I'm going to be turning off somewhere here. I need to head north. I'll just wait till all this traffic goes. I'm going to jump over. There we go. Another hill. The grass is right. Gears need a bit of a tune. It's cheap, yes, backdoor cowboy. Easy, some of the time. Yeah, I don't know if this would be classed as a cycle path, to be fair. And so I'm about to head into some woodland. Yeah, I don't know what you mean there, Ether. There was a gap to cross. There was no cycle path back there, by the way. Not quite a dead end, Brendan. Solar panel is something I'm looking into at the moment. Humble pie, that you're so correct there about the cycle paths having tree roots, yeah, because I don't prep them properly. I could cycle on the pavement, yeah, but I'm not a big fan of pavement cycling. I do apologise for snotting my nose all the time, but it's running. All right, John, how are you doing? Well, I just need to switch over to my. That makes a lot of sense. Right, I'm back. And we're off. Loading. Yeah, the damp wood is this one. I've got an estate on the left as well. In fact, what I'm going to do, I want to cut it here because I can see me finding a spot somewhere in this woodland, and the sensible head is telling me not to have the live going when I find it. Because those of you that have got the brain cells or the wherewithal, and maybe local, could pinpoint my location. So I'm going to cut it now. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Appreciate you all being here and chucking the thumbs up. It's been good. It's been a nice afternoon. It's taken a break from the monotony of just pedalling on the road, yeah. having you guys along as well. So stay chill, guys, and keep an eye out. I may do a live tonight from camp, providing I've got enough battery power. Keep your eyes open for that. Maybe subscribe and hit the notification bell. See if you get the notification if I do, yeah? Take care, guys, and we'll see you on the next one, yeah?